So again, I think that's a given for us. The board has also asked us to look at two other categories of work. So we've done a fair amount of work on the felony threshold, and certainly this whole criminal justice reform is such a critical issue and of such deep concern, particularly to African American churches, that it becomes an area that would be really good for us. So in trying to think about that set of work, I was told that the person who's the best person in the state on this stuff is a guy named LeVar Stoney. And so again, I call him up and could I meet? And I had an appointment like 2 days later. And so I just said to him, look, I understand that you've been leading the stuff for the governor on criminal justice reform, and I'm interested in knowing of all the various things that are kind of out there, the felony threshold, the whatever, what are the things that you think are the most important, and what are the things that you think are most winnable? And what was interesting to me was the same issue came up as most important and most winnable for him, which again, the issue wasn't even on my radar, but it's the issue of driver's licenses for ex-offenders.
I didn't even know that was up in Virginia.
Well, apparently, again, I'm on a steep learning curve on lots of things, right? But one of the things is around some of this public policy stuff. But apparently in Virginia, if you go to jail, you almost always owe court costs, right?
Yeah.
So you have to pay back your court costs, right? But to get a driver's license, you can't owe any court costs.
Right.
Yeah.
And so a huge number of people come out, can't
Big
get
trap.
driver's licenses because they haven't paid off their court costs.
Yeah.
And so either they can't get a job because they don't have a driver's license, or they drive
Yeah.
without a license,
Yeah.
and then they end up back in jail.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So it's not that complicated of an issue,
No.
but very significant for ex-offenders. And apparently the Speaker of the House is interested in introducing a bill on this one.
Oh,
Wow.
And so he thinks there's a fair amount of Republican interest in this one, and that this is a place where our engagement might just put it over the top. Now again, what I'm thinking we might want to do is we might want to have here's a package of reforms in the criminal justice stuff, and we support all these things, and here's why this one might win this year, kind of thing. And so that we can keep the felony issue still on the table, we can, felony threshold issue, we can keep some of that. Anyway, but I'm just, so I think there's something there that, again, could be very winnable, and could help us build ties with some Republicans that would be really important for our future work. Third area that the board, we've over the years done so much in terms of economic opportunity, right? And so trying to look at what's in that space. Now, the ones that would be fun, but I don't think we have a ghost of a chance on would be, could we raise the minimum wage? Probably not. Could we get paid sick
2 cents?
Could we get paid sick days like other states are doing? Probably not, right? Again, people feel like a lot of those, the ones that other states are fighting on, are probably not ones we could win in Virginia in the near term. But the area that people have asked me to do some looking at is whether there's something around enforcement against wage theft. Again, I bring some capacity on the issue, having written probably the definitive book on it. But, we, like most places, we have a huge amount of wage theft in the state. It's particularly of interest to young people and immigrants, because they're so often taken advantage of. It's a very easy sell. on the issue, right? You know, all we're doing is asking for the laws to be enforced. But again, I don't really know what the options are. I've got meetings set up with, with worker centers, with the Poverty Law Center folks, and with the woman who heads wage enforcement for the state, a woman named Holly Trice. So again, I don't even know what the options might be, but there might be something there. And then, you know, the Virginia Interfaith Center is not only, we are the public policy office for the Lutherans, which is something I didn't understand when I took the job, but now I get it. I just spent 3 days with the Lutherans in Chicago learning about the role of our public policy office, so I now get it. And the Lutheran bishop really wants us to do work on hunger.
Good.
So I've been trying to figure out, you know, again, we've had a victory this last year in terms of school breakfast. So I'm at least doing some exploration about what's possible, and I'm meeting with the governor's wife's staff person who is leading the charge on hunger. And so I really don't have any idea what the options are right now, but I am exploring that. So that's kind of the set. I don't think we could do, in terms of really working, I don't think we could work on more than 3 issues. So we're going to have to narrow it down. Again, we can take positions, we can have policy positions on a range of things, but in terms of really organizing, I think 3 is the absolute max for us. And again, I think the Medicaid expansion one is a given for us. So that's what we're wanting to do on the issues. So that's kind of background on the issues. Second bucket of work for me is hi, welcome. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi,
I was
Jackie.
still thinking noon, because I'm so accustomed to this, so you have to forgive me on that. I didn't have other errands to do before I got here. My name is Jackie Fuller. I am an independent television producer. I've been producing a show in Fairfax County called